When Toyota first introduced the Corolla to the US in 1968, its intention was to offer a car that blended quality, style, and economy in one neat little package. That recipe struck a chord not only with Americans, but with people everywhere. And the Corolla was soon the best-selling automotive name in the world. Nearly 30 years later and 8 generations later, Toyota is still using the same tried and true formula for this 1998 Toyota Corolla. So, let's go ahead and check it out. Now, as far as styling goes on the Corolla, I've always loved the styling. It's very Toyota simplistic, and I've just always loved that about Toyota with their designs. They've always been a very simple and very conservative looking design. Now, here's the key fob for the vehicle, all the way back in 1998. But as you can see, it's not switchblade or anything of that nature. It's a white exterior with a gray cloth interior. And you do have manual recline as well. Now, coming to the interior design of the 98 Corolla, as you can see, it's very Toyota simplistic and very clean. You don't need a degree to figure out all of the controls inside of this car. I just miss that Toyota old chime. Starts right up. Great old reliable Toyota. You have a 4-speed automatic transmission with lower gear selection and an overdrive mode as well. And I'm going to turn on the lights and the hazards too. Automatic driver's side window. Now, this generation Corolla lasted from 1998 to 2002. You have halogen headlights. Under the hood, you will find Toyota's great old reliable 1.8-liter 4-cylinder, producing 120 horses with 122 pound-feet of torque, with EPA estimates being 27 in the city and 34 on the highway for the 5-speed manual, but optional back then was a 4-speed automatic. Very great reliable powertrain. 16-valve engine. Back in '98, it was a very smooth and responsive powertrain. Now, our trim of the Corolla we have here is also the LE trim. Now, back in 1998, the prices for the base model for the VE model started at $11,908, and then you had the CE model, which was the middle trim of the group, which started at $13,788, and then the LE trim, like how we have here, started at about $14,800. Now, back in 1998, competitors of the Corolla were the Honda Civic, Ford Escort, and the Chevrolet Cavalier, including more. The Honda Civic and the Toyota Corolla have been battling for years and years to fight for the #1 sales spot in the compact car segment. Now, the Corolla was actually also very related to the Geo Prism. The Geo Prism was basically a rebadged Toyota Corolla. Now, you do have your little antenna right there. Power windows, power door locks, and your power mirrors are located right there. Soft touch armrest, which Toyota actually abolished when they introduced the 10th generation Corolla in 2009. They got rid of a soft touch armrest. And it's also very soft to the touch up on the upper door panel, which they also got rid of in the 10th generation Corolla. And let's go ahead and rev up that 1.8 liter 4-cylinder and see how she sounds. Now, as far as build quality and materials go inside of this Corolla, it's pretty much old Toyota classic build quality here. And you won't find any gaps in the panels for the most part. And then up here where your elbows are going to rest, it's very nice, nicely padded. And then on the armrest down here too. And then, however, the center console is wrapped in a cloth that matches the seats. Coming to the center console, man, compact cars used to have really tiny center consoles. Wow. It's a very tiny center console. But at least they do give you one. Some cars nowadays, like Toyota has been cheapening out, have been getting rid of center consoles. And for this 98 Corolla to have one is pretty surprising. You do have your e-brake right here. Now, coming to your center stack controls, it's very Toyota simplistic. Like I said, you don't need a degree to figure out these controls. Everything is pretty well labeled. Here's your temperatures, your fan speeds, and then your different zones right here. And there are AC buttons right there as well. Very ice cold AC. And then you also do have a little storage cubby right there as well. Up here you have an AM, FM, a cassette deck too. A CD player was actually optional back in '98. Your little digital clock right here, and then your rear window defroster button. Intermittent windshield wipers on this car, and your cruise control stock that Toyota has been using since, I don't know when, the 80s. But as far as the steering wheel design goes, me being a Toyota fan, I've always loved these steering wheel designs. It's very Toyota simplistic here. Nothing too special. But yeah. Manual dimming rearview mirror too. The seats are actually really comfortable in this car. I was very surprised. They're actually decently comfortable, and I could actually take a long road trip on this car. However, of course, the side bolstering is not that great. It's just a very cushy seat. Leather was actually not even an option back in '98 either. Now, as far as driving dynamics go of the Corolla, it's pretty easy to drive. You know, it's a Corolla. And it's a very smooth and compliant ride, especially when this car was brand new back 16 years ago. It's a very smooth car to drive. Now, as far as visibility goes inside of the Corolla, it's excellent. There's lots of glass area all around, and I can see out of this car very well. Now, coming to the gauges, also very Toyota simplistic here, but for some reason I've always liked these gauges. I think they're just very clean looking, especially for 1998. But basically you have your trip odometer right there, your fuel gauge, basic stuff here, and your exterior temperature display. But if you're looking for a great, reliable commuter car that's also pretty comfortable and that's very simple and won't offend anybody, the Corolla is such a great car for that, and this is why it sells in such high numbers. You also do have a little storage cubby right there too. I wouldn't even mind getting this Corolla generation just for a souvenir because I love Toyota so much. Alrighty. You do have a little coin box right here and a power outlet too. And let's go ahead and shut down the Corolla. Let's go ahead and check out the rear seat space as well as the trunk capacity. Build and material quality all follows through in the rear. So very nice and soft to the touch on the upper door panel and on the armrest, and still wrapped in cloth on the mid door panel. Now back here, you have a cup holder, no center armrest of course. Now rear seat legroom is pretty subpar, but pretty much every economy car back in '98 was like this. The Corolla nowadays though, however, the 2014 models, the 11th generations, are actually as roomy as, say, a mid-size sedan from 1998. Maybe even a little bit bigger. Now these rear seats actually do fold down to maximize cargo room too. 60-40 split. And I'll show you how to fold the rear seats down in just a second. Trunk capacity is actually pretty adequate. Now to fold the rear seats down, just pull these little levers right here. They even do the same thing today with having the little levers in the back, just like that. Toyota is a car company that doesn't really like a lot of change. Full manual passenger seat. Glove box compartment. Now, the glove box just slams right down. It's not damped at all. Alrighty. So when this 8th generation Corolla came out in 1998, it was all new with a great engine, a new body, and first in segment side impact airbags. And this 1998 Toyota Corolla was the best thing to hit the compact car market since the original VW Beetle in 1998.